All right, guys, many businesses are leaving money on the table because they don't understand the concept of what we call a whole product. They have a base idea for a solution that they provide to their target audience, but they don't know how to fully develop that product out to its full potential. And that's what I want to go over today. So today we're going to go over another business tool. It's called a whole product. And this is designed to help you maximize the potential of the solutions that you create. So as you can see with the diagram right here is we actually have different layers of your solution. Many people will focus on the generic layer, which is the core, but they fail to understand all these other layers that are interacting with each other. And once you understand what these layers are, that can actually increase your profits. All right, so let's take a look at this. In the core, we have what we call the generic product. And this is exactly that. It is the generic product. It is the core of the solution. So what this here is what is included in the box, or otherwise what's included in the price. Let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say you buy an iPhone. As soon as you get, let's say you go to Best Buy and you buy an iPhone, you have the iPhone in your hands. What comes in that box? Well, you're probably going to have the iPhone. You might have the box itself. You may have a charger. Are they even giving chargers anymore? Are they making you pay for them otherwise? But whatever is in that box is what we call the generic product. This could also include a warranty. Let's say you buy a car. If you buy a BMW, you get the actual car. You get a 3-year or 36,000 mile warranty. And they take care of, and they provide you complimentary oil changes while the car is still under warranty. All right. So when we're talking about the generic product, what comes with the price? If you go to a restaurant and the restaurant has live music, what are you getting for that food? For the price of the food, were you actually getting what you are ordering? But the entertainment, as long as it's not a cover charge, that is part of the generic product. All right. So when you think of generic product, it is what is included in the price. What is included in the price. So that's the first layer. But as you can see, we have a couple of other layers as well. So the next layer is what we call the expected product. Now, for some of you, this will be enforced. For some of you, it will not. It all depends on what type of industry you are in. Let me give you an example. So, well, first, what the expected product is what are the third-party entities that your target audience must rely on in order to use your product to its full capacity. Let me give you an example. I'll go back to the cell phone example. So let's say you buy a cell phone from Apple. So now you do not have the ability to use that Apple iPhone to its full potential right off the bat. There's some features you could use. You could download music. You could take photos. That you could use immediately. But to use it at its full potential, you need some third-party vendors to rely on. So for example, in order for you to actually make a phone call, you have cellular service. Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. Now, Apple doesn't own Verizon. Apple doesn't own AT&T. Apple doesn't own these carriers. Apple only creates the phone, but you need a third-party outside entity in order to have cell service. You might even need a third-party entity to get Wi-Fi on your phone. So that's what we're talking about, the expected product. Are we an industry that has to rely on someone else in order for that product to work? Now, in order for it to be an expected product, it has to be a service that is required that's outside of your company. If it's internal, we call that an add-on. If it's external, that is what we call the expected product. Cars, for example. In order for you to drive your car, you need gasoline. Now, the car manufacturers do not own the gasoline companies. That is a completely other entity. If it's an electric car, you need to rely on electricity, a utility company, a completely different type of company. Here's why the expected product is so important. You may have a business that is operating to its full maximum potential. You're clicking on all cylinders. But if you are relying on a third-party entity, you have to make sure that they're able to be clicking on all cylinders as well. Because if they're not, it might hinder your ability to grow. A perfect example is Tesla right now. The main reason that's holding electric cars back from hitting the mainstream is because we don't have enough charging ports out there. We don't have enough charging stations. So in order for those charging stations to catch up, that is what's needed in order for electric vehicles to hit the mainstream. So they are reliant on other entities. Now, Tesla is trying to take it into their own hands by creating their own charging stations throughout, but they can only do so much. More third-party entities are going to be needed in order to fulfill that need to that extent. Okay, so that is the extended product. Next, we have our add-ons. So with the extended product are different entities that the consumer pays for that is outside of the company. Add-ons are different parts that the consumer will pay for that's internal. Remember, this is not included in the generic price. When you buy a car, that does not include gas. You're going to pay gas on top of it. When you buy a cell phone, that does not include service. You're going to pay for service on top of it, right? That's the expected. For the add-ons, what are additional accessories? What are additional upsells, maybe warranties, extended warranties that we can sell? This is where most businesses are leaving money on the table. Is they do a great job identifying their generic product. They may do a good job identifying what the expected product is and building those partnerships, but they could be doing a lot more with the add-ons and the upsells. So if you're a cell phone, an add-on obviously could be chargers, it could be cases, it could be Kindles. There's so many other things that you can use with your phone. With a car, upgrades could be an upgrade speaker system. It could be an extended warranty. It could be a care package. All right. This is why car dealers sell all of this stuff to you. It's upsells. It's add-ons. So what can you sell on top of the generic product of your solution that your target audience would find value in? Okay. Those are the add-ons. But we have one more layer, and you can see in this corner in the downside, it's called the potential. And what that is what is the potential of the solution going forward? What is the potential of the solution going forward? Let me give you an example. When Steve Jobs created the iPhone, yes, he had this concept of apps. But did he have any concept of every single app that would eventually be on the store? No, that was future growth. I can build the platform, and then that platform will evolve into what it is today. That is future growth. We can look at Tesla. What is the potential for their vehicles? Well, they're trying to create solar charging capabilities. That is a future potential. Elon Musk even talked about when you're not using your car, have it auto driving and be its own Uber service. That is a future potential. So where is your product going in the future? If you're just stagnant on today, it will eventually run its course. We constantly have to be thinking forward. What is the potential of that target audience moving forward? That is what we're talking about with the potential product. All right, guys, and that's it. That's the whole product. It's very simple. Start with the generic product. What is the consumer getting for the price? Expected product. Are there third-party entities that your target audience needs to rely on in order for their solution to work? And you have good partnerships with those entities. Add-ons. What add-ons can we put into our solution to increase our profits and sales? And finally, potential. Always look at where is our solution going in the future. What opportunities does it has to grow, to evolve, to change into better solutions for our target audience. So this is the whole product. See you guys in the next video.